So hi guys, our tutorial for today is about simple interest. So ang formula po na gagamitin natin para sa simple interest is I equal to PRT. So when we say simple interest, it is a fixed percentage of the total amount invested paid to an investor each year for a total duration o yung tinatawag nating T, the money is invested. And when we say principalities, it is the total amount invested or yung usually nakikita nating malaking amount sa problem. At meron tayong rate, ito yung the fixed percentage at which the principal is invested. So again, ang formula natin is I is equal to PRT. So ito naman yung mga formulas na dapat nating tandaan. Again, kapag hinahanap ay simple interest, our formula is I is equal to PRT. Multiply lang yan. P times R times T or yung principal times rate times time. And kapag nawawala naman ay rate, ang formula natin ay R is equal to I over PT. O kaya I is equal to P times T or interest is equal to principal times time. At kapag nawawala naman natin ay principal, our formula is principal is equal to interest divided by rate times time. At kapag ka-time naman ang nawawala, ang formula natin ay time is equal to interest divided by principal times rate. So, lagi lang nating tatandaan na ang time ay dapat laging naka-years. At kapag given natin ay naka-years, pwede natin siya i-substitute agad sa formula. Pero kapag ang given natin ay naka-days or months, gagawin natin siyang years. So, for example, ang given ay 3 months. So, since naka-months, hindi siya pwedeng i-substitute sa formula, kaya gagawin natin siyang years. So, yung 3, i-over natin siya sa 12 months since 12 months meron sa isang taon. So, 3 over 12 and then kunin natin yung decimals. Okay, so let's proceed to our example or problem number 1. So the problem is, Anna deposited 20,000 in a bank that gives 10% simple interest. How much interest she will receive after 3 years? So una natin gagawin is isusulat muna natin yung mga given. Kaya dapat iintindihin natin mabuti yung problem. So sabi dito, Anna deposited 20,000. So therefore, yung 20,000 natin, yun yung dineposit. Ibig sabihin, yun yung original amount. So that is the principal. Usually naman kapag may nakita kayo malaking amount sa problem, that is the principal. But again, be careful guys, kasi minsan yung interest pala yung given. Napapagkamalan lang natin principal. So the principal is 20,000. Ilagay natin yung given. So P is equal to 20,000 and then is that gives 10%. So madali naman ma-identify si rate kasi si rate yung laging naka-percent. So rate R is equal to 10%. Pero hindi natin siya isusulat as 10% or hindi natin siya ilalagay sa formula na 10%. So gagawin natin siyang decimal. So we will move to decimal place to the left. That is 0.10 or pinakamadali, i-divide yun na lang sa 100. So the divided by 100 is R is equal to 0.10. So yan ang isa-substitute natin mamaya sa formula, 0.10. Next, our time or yung T natin. So time is nakita nyo naman dito, 3 years. So kapag years, okay tayo dyan, diretso substitute na yan. Nagkakaroon lang tayo ng mahabang process or kino-convert pa natin kapag naka-months or naka-days yung ating given. So since naka-years naman siya, so yung time natin is, yun yung 3. Okay, for the solution, ang formula na gagamitin natin is I equals PRT. Di ba ang formula ng interest kasi ang hinahanap na problem is interest. How much interest? So equals P is 20,000 and then ang rate natin is the 0.10 and the time, ang time natin is T3. Okay, so P times rate times time. So kapag naka-parenthesis, i-multiply lang natin yan. So 20,000 times 0.10 times 3. Kapag nilagay natin yan or kinalculate natin, using the calculator, the answer is 6,000. So therefore, the interest she will receive after 3 years is 6,000. Okay, so now, let's proceed to example number 2. So the problem is, Joshua borrowed 30,000 from a bank. If the interest he paid was 3,375 for 9 months, at what rate would he pay? Okay, so again, let's put muna yung ating mga given. So, ang given natin, Joshua borrowed. So, yung ating clue words dito is yung word borrowed. Manghiram siya ng 30,000. Therefore, si 30,000 yung ating principal. Okay, if the interest, ayan o, sinabi na rito. If the interest is paid, so therefore, yung I natin is the 3,375. So, I is equal to 3,375 tapos for 9 months. So, ang time natin nabanggit dito is 9 months. So, di ba kagaya ng napaliwanag ko noong una pa lang, dapat ang ating given ay naka-year. So, kapag months, syempre ko-convert natin siya sa year. So, therefore, yung 9, i-over natin sa 12 because sa isang taon, mayroong 12 months. So, magiging 9 over 12. Again, since ang given natin ay naka-months, i-convert niya yan into year. Kaya yung 9, i-over natin sa 12. Bakit 12? Kasi mayroong 12 months sa isang taon. So, kapag ginawa natin 9 over 12, naka-year na yan. So, pwede na natin i-substitute mamaya doon sa formula. So, para hindi rin mahirapan mag-compute, yung 9 over 12, gawin nating decimals. So, 9 divided by 12 is equals 0.75. So, ayan yung isa-substitute natin. So, P, I, and T. At ang nawawala natin ay si R. So, nawawala yung rate. So, solve natin. So, we have R and yung formula natin for the rate, R is equal to I over P times time. So, equal, substitute na natin. Ang I natin o interest is 3,375 and then, over ang P natin is 30,000. So, multiply yan kapag naka-parenthesis. Ibig sabihin yan, multiply. So, parenthesis yung gagamitin natin. 30,000 times yung time natin is 0.75. Ayan. I, 3,375. P or the principal is 30,000. And then yung T natin is 0.75. And then kapag kaganyan, 3,375, one term lang naman siya dyan. So, i-multiply muna natin yung denominator or yung baba. So, copy lang natin yung sa taas, 3,375. So, dito, 30,000 times 0.75 is equal to 22,500. Again, multiply lang yung denominator, 30k times 0.75, that is 22,500. Equals kapag ganyan na, single value, 3,375, 22,500, i-divide lang natin yan. So, 3,375 divided by 22,500. Ang makukuha natin ay 0.15. So, ngayon, ang rate natin ay 0.15 or kapag ginawa natin siyang percentage, move to the decimal places to the right, that is 15%. So, the rate is 15%. So, ganyan lang yung ating problem number 2. Okay, so let's proceed to the problem number 3. Wherein ma-apply na natin dito yung nabanggit kanina na ordinary or exact interest. Pero simple interest pa rin naman. Paano lang kapag may mga problem na binabanggit is ordinary or exact? So the problem is, Miss Carla borrowed 40,000 from a bank. The borrowed amount earned 5,400 at 20% ordinary interest. How many days did it take Miss Carla to repay the loan? Okay, so again, isulat muna natin yung ating mga given. So P is equal to 40,000. Ayan. And then yung I natin, sabi dito, the borrowed amount earned. Ibig sabihin, tumubo o kumita yung pera ng 5,400. So, therefore, yung 5,400 na tinutukoy dito is the interest at sabi dito at ordinary interest. Kaya yung I natin, meron ditong naka-sub O. Ayan. So, kapag may nakita kayong I sub O, ibig sabihin lang naman yan, ordinary interest. So, 5,400 yung ating interest or ordinary interest. And ano ba yung given? Meron tayong 20%. So, yung 20% na yan is rate. Or kapag 20%, ginawa nating decimal divided by 100, that is 0.20. So, madalas sa mga estudyante nagkakamali sa rate 20%, 0.20. Okay, kasi nga hindi natin pwede i-substitute kapag naka-percent, that is 0.20. So ngayon, ang question, how many days? So ang nawawala natin is the time. Question mark, in days. Okay, so time nawawala, in days yung hinahanap. Okay, so our formula time is equal to I over PR. Pag time yung nawawala, ito yung formula natin. Time is equal to I over PR. Substitute. So, ang interest natin is 5,400. Over ang P natin is 40,000. Ayan. Times rate, which is 0.20. Equal. So, 5,400 divided by 8,000. Divide lang natin yan. That is 0.675 kapag kinumpute nyo sa calculator. Okay, so yan yung sagot. Pero ang question kasi guys, how many days? Ayan o, how many days? So, hindi mo naman pwedeng sabihin na 0.675 days. Hindi naman pwedeng ganon. So, kailangan eksaktong ilang araw. So, dito natin ma-apply yung tinatawag na ordinary or exact? Sabi naman dito sa problem, ordinary. So, di ba ang alam natin, pag sinabing ordinary interest, meron siyang 360 days. At kapag naman exact, meron siyang 365 days. So, ngayon, yung 0.675, i-multiply natin sa 360 para makuha natin yung eksaktong araw. So, 0.675 times 360 is equal to 243 days. Okay, so the final answer is 243 days. Therefore, it takes 243 days for Miss Carla to pay off the loan. Okay, for our last problem, number 4, Mr. Gomez paid the bank 1,200, exact interest at 8% for 146 days. How much did he borrow? So, tignan nyo yung tanong guys, how much did he borrow? So, nawawala yung principal, yung original amount na hiniram. Okay, so first, isulat muna natin yung mga given. So, sabi dito, 1,200. Baka malito kayo dahil malaki yung amount. Inisip nyo principal na yan. Pero sabi kasi dito, 1,200 exact interest. Therefore, si 1,200 ay exact interest. So, ay lalagyan lang natin ng e sa baba kasi nga binanggit na exact I sub e is equal to 1,200. And then, ang ating rate is 8%. So, rate natin, iti-divide nyo sa 100 yan. 8 divided by 100, that is 0.08. And then, ang time natin na nabanggit is 146 days. So, ano sabi natin kanina? Hindi pwedeng si time ay naka-days or naka-months. Dapat laging naka-year. So, ngayon, si 146 days, para maging year yan, i-over natin sa 360 or 365. Depende sa problem. Ang sabi dito ay exact. So, sa exact interest, may nabanggit kanina na, di ba? When we say exact interest, meron tayong 365 days. Okay? Sa exact interest, may 365 days tayo. So, therefore, si 146, i-over natin sa 365. So, ganun din nag-work si ordinary or exact interest. Ayan. So, ngayon, yung 146 days natin, naka-year na siya. Ano siya sa year? 146 over 365. Bakit 365? Nabanggit exact interest. May 365 days. Tapos gawin nating decimal para madali siyang computein mamaya sa formula. So 146 divide lang naman yan. 146 divided by 365, that is 0.4. So ngayon ang nawawala sa problem, how much did he borrow? Ang nawawala ay si P. Obvious naman siya lang wala rito. So, ang nawawala natin is si principal. So, ang formula kapag principal ang nawawala, P is equal to, lagi naman nasa taas si interest, I over RT. Equals ang interest natin is 1,200. Substitute lang over, ang rate natin is 0.08 times time. Time natin is 0.4. Again, substitute lang naman yan. Next, kapag ganyan, multiply mo na yung baba o yung denominator at copy mo na yung sa taas. So, copy lang natin yung 1,200 over 0.08 times 0.4, that is 0.032. So, wag muna kayo mag-round off sa process. Mag-round off tayo kapag ka-final answer na. Pero kapag nasa process kayo, hanggat kaya nyo pang isulat o isama lahat ng number na lumabas, isama nyo para di lumayo yung sagot. Okay, so, divide 1,200 divided by 0.032. That is 37,500. So, kina-calculator lang naman yan, guys. Maganda kung meron kayong sariling calculator. So, the final answer is 37,500. Therefore, this is the amount borrowed by Mr. Gomez. So, yun lang naman guys, yung application ni ordinary or ni exact interest. Kapag wala namang binabanggit sa problems, sasagot lang kayo. Pero kapag may binabanggit, tsaka nyo apply ng ordinary or exact interest. Mahalata nyo naman sa problem guys. Kapag may mga involved na days doon, magkakaroon ng word na exact interest or ordinary interest. Kasi nga, kailangan natin mag-decide kung 360 days ba o 365. Kaya magkakaroon siya ng ganun sa problem. So, that's all. Thank you so much and God bless everyone. Bye-bye!
Pagod na pagod na pagod na pagod na pagod na pagod na pagod pagod na pagod na pagod na pagod na pagod pagod na ako. Cause in this dream
1 hour later.
A few moments later.
Hours later. Meanwhile, eventually, 1 eternity later.
Kasama ko si Hail Mary, may kasama siya isang bestie. Madalas tatlo kapag ready, yung iba sabog lahat sexy. Yung isa na mas matanda pa sa